Here's a live look at the track of Hurricane Melissa. The storm is now a Category 1, but Melissa is still bringing widespread damage across the central Bahamas. It made historic landfall in Jamaica as a Category 5. Video shows the widespread flooding across the island. At least 36 deaths are being attributed to the storm. It is one of the strongest hurricanes to make landfall in the Atlantic Basin. This morning, Melissa hit Cuba as Category 3, still very strong storm. Late October might seem a bit late in the year for major hurricanes, but it's actually a vulnerable part of the season.
Weather Impact Team meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen is here with the reasons for that. And Corey, with what I know limited about hurricanes, they get their energy from the water. So this has to be about temperature, right?
Yeah, that's 100% correct, because that's where the hurricanes get their energy. They draw it out of the ocean. Hurricanes like this amazing time lapse of Hurricane Melissa going through its Category 5 stage in Jamaica there. They draw that energy up from the ocean. And so there's a little bit of a lag, though, in the season, because it takes a little while for the oceans to heat up and it takes them a little while to cool down. So hurricane season actually lags behind the actual heat of the summer just a little bit. If you look at, there's clearly a peak. This is a graph showing the hurricane activity throughout history. And if you mark September 1st and the end of October, you can clearly see that those are the two busiest months of the hurricane season, September and October, and it all has to do with those sea surface temperatures. The sea surface temperatures have been warming in every month, but in particularly in October. The last 3 Octobers are the warmest 3 months in the Caribbean, and that counts all of months and all of years. So there's a lot of heat building in the Caribbean, and when Melissa went through there, the temperatures were still 86 to 87 degrees, so that's a lot of energy for potential hurricanes. And when you look at the records of the most intense hurricanes of all time, using barometric pressure, which really is the best measurement for the intense power of hurricanes, here we have Melissa at number 3, tied 892 millibars. Also, Wilma, the strongest hurricane ever recorded, that's also a late October storm, and you might remember Milton last year, an October storm as well in the beginning of October. So 3 of the top 8 most intense hurricanes of all time in October. And by the way, November, there's also sea surface temperatures that support major hurricanes, but we just haven't seen them very often. The reason for that is because we get the turbulence, the wind shear in November, but the sea surface temperatures can still support a major hurricane. Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen for the 9 News Weather Impact Team.
All right, Corey,
I learned a lot. All right, thank you,
I always
Corey.
learn a lot,
Always
especially
do.
from the scientists.
I try.